How's it going, guys? Shadmeister here, coming to you with another video. This one is going to be a little bit based on lure color and some with stained versus muddy water. So I'm just going to be going over those topics, and I'm racing against a storm to get this video, so let's just jump right into it. First off, let's go over the difference between stained and muddy water. First off, muddy water is when a heavy rainstorm or windstorm comes through and starts stirring up that silt and dirt on the bottom of the lake, and that's what brings that up, giving it that low visibility. And then with that, you're going to want to use a bright color lure. Unfortunately, today I don't have a bright color lure, but typically any bright color is going to be a really good color for muddy water conditions, just because it pops, and there's a very sharp contrast between the chocolate milk color water to a fire tiger or a crawfish color lure. And so next up will be stained water. Stained water is with foliage, certain weeds, and algae that sit in the middle of the water column that makes it a little bit murky, but not 100% like you would see in muddy water conditions. And so with that said, you're going to really want to use darker colors in that situation, because fish can still see the sky, but they can't differentiate if it's a shad or a bluegill pattern if you're using those. So a really dark color, a black, dark blue, or dark green are really going to be a good color and good contrast up against the sky. And I have a little representation of that. This one right here is a Cabela's quarter ounce, I think, square bill. Not really sure what color this is 100%. I think it's gizzard shad. But this right here is a really good representation of any dark color lure. You can really see there's a lot of black running right down the back of it, and it's really going to have a sharp contrast up against the sky. Fish will love this, again, this is a smaller lure, so it's going to be an easier meal for a bass. You might catch some smaller ones and smaller lures, because lots of times bigger fish hang out by bigger bait fish, and vice versa, but still you can catch some really good fish on these smaller lures. Next is really clear water. Clear water, your options really open up color wise for lures. In clear water, you're using a lot of natural patterns like bluegill and shad, depending on what bait fish is in your pond or lake. For me, a lot of it is shad, so I have a lot of shad patterns with a lot of Strike King lures. I have several Strike King lures and a few Cabela's ones here and there. But I'll show you a good color for that. And so a good color will be, like I said, a natural shad color for me. So this right here is a Strike King KVD 2.5 square bill. This right here has a this is a sexy shad color, which has a very nice bright chartreuse line right down the side of it with this blue and white on the top and bottom. This is a really nice color. This is a bigger lure also, which displaces a lot of water, so you can catch some bigger fish on this depending on how big the bait fish in the area are. With square bills, you're going to want to run these along timber and rocks, which is really a lot of where I fish, is up next to rock jetties and drop-offs and stuff like that. I also fish these over points sometimes when I get in deeper water. So this one right here, a great clear water representation. I really like this one. Another color would be this. Again, you're going to see a lot of Strike King. I love Strike King. This is a Strike King red eye shad in, I think this is chrome sexy shad. So with this chrome, you can definitely see there's a big, you can also almost see the camera in it. So this right here in clear water is going to really reflect those sun rays coming through the top of the water and reflect them even deeper to get some of those more finicky fish to come check out what it is. And this one right here, it has another chartreuse line going right down the middle of it. It has this red eye right here. Again, the red eye shad is what it is. So it really mimics the shad very well. Again, with this blue on top, has a really tight wobble, and it really brings those fish to the top. Check it out. And one more representation of that would just be this one right here. This is again a Cabela's square bill, and this is in, oh my word, I think this is in, I don't know what color this is, so we'll just call it blue and white for now. This might be ghost minnow, I'm not sure, but it's got a really nice blue and white color, and a little bit farther behind the eye you can actually see a small chartreuse spot right there. This one right here is a smaller lure, so it'll run a little shallower. So this one will run to about 4 feet with this really small bill and a really small profile at about 1/4 ounce. But still, you can get some nice fish on these. And this is a really nice lure, really good. It puts out a lot of water because it is a very wide body to it. So it displaces a lot of water. It gives off a lot of vibrations. This one actually has rattles in it, so a little bit louder. The striking red-eye shad, if you have any experience with red-eye shads, they have very loud rattles in them, unless you're running the silent series. So those are really good for some of those ones that are really crushing them and they want something a little louder. Alright, so thank you guys once again for clicking on this video. I'm sure there's a lot of other videos in this topic that are a lot better quality than mine, but you guys clicked on mine. Thank you for that. Also, please like, comment, and if you already haven't, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Also, give me some feedback. This is once again on a new channel. I said this in my previous video, so I really want some feedback onto what I can do better. So please let me know in the comment section what I can improve on, what you guys like, so I can copy it in the future and kind of get my style down and what you guys really want to see. So thank you guys once again, and this is Shadmeister signing out.